Hey y'all, it's Arwen, the professional joy seeker. Now, this is not a scarf. This is not a fashion statement. This is made by Eli Moon. She's on Etsy, Luna Crafts. I'll get the information. But this is going to play into the book I'm going to review. So that's why I got it down and put it where I could find it. I have been reading a book from Llewellyn. It's by Emily A. Francis. Says she has been an aerobic director, worked in corporate wellness, kickboxing instructor, and a yoga instructor. And I suddenly have this great image of a yoga instructor who used kickboxing as part of the yoga. Anyway, it's called The Body Heals Itself. So, and I love the cover. I think it's just gorgeous. And the back is really nice. I mean, I like the color scheme. How deeper awareness of your muscles and their emotional connection can help you heal. Okay. Cool. I start reading it. It's a good book. It's a good sized book. You know, I don't know how many pages. Did I count the pages? No, I rarely do. Total, including the index, 269 pages. So she opens up with, her path. How did she get here? And the introduction is called The Missing Piece of the Puzzle, Holistic Healing and the Emotional Muscle Body. Now, I have to tell you that as much as I love this, I want to color it. I really want to color it. So I may yet. But she talks about the body and the language that our muscle memory and our muscles give to healers, give to people who do body work. And I have a great masseuse here, and I'm actually, when I'm done with this, I'm going to let her know about this book. So Eleanor, if you're watching, this is the book. And I really think she's going to love it. I'm going to tell her she's got to get it. But what it does, let me just read you or show you the table of contents. And it's got an interesting layout to the table of contents. It was a little difficult for me to learn it at first. So when I do reviews, y'all, I'm pretty honest about what I like and what I don't like. I generally want to soften up what I don't like because I don't want to rip somebody's life work up, right? That's rude. In parts of this, the beginning, I was like, oh, hell no. And then I backed up, right? I backed up and said, wait, why? Why am I reacting that way? Generally, I was reacting that way because of ingrained stuff in me. Right after the table of contents, though, you get the list of affirmations, and you get all the affirmations from every chapter. So if you're thinking, well, I remember doing chapter 11, what were those affirmations? You just flip and go, oh yeah, this is what they are. She talks about the people she met, the people she trained with, the different reactions to her thoughts on how muscles react. Some people told her she was crazy, but she's also a body worker, right? She does massage. She talks about working on one of her clients, and I believe this is somebody she knew. Yeah, she said, I worked with a woman on and off for several years. One day she came in a great mood. We chatted, started on her back, facing up, turned her over, nothing on the front side, got it all done. Turned her over, nothing noticeable. Got to the gluteus or the buttocks area, and all of a sudden they came so tight, it was very painful and difficult. And she didn't want to help. She was getting aggravated, hoping she would skip past it. She was angry. Emily says, I had to be going too deep. What was the deal? And the woman just blurted out, did I tell you that my ex-husband just died? And so she had a lot of frustration, a lot of stuff, right? And she talks about why we hold stuff there, sitting on our problems. But the introduction was really, really good. Then you get into the meat of the matter. Muscles, memories, and emotions. Muscles, memories, emotions, and the link. And about how trauma, and if you've ever had a traumatic experience, and, it's not, I'm not an expert on this, right? So bear with me. Some people would say PTSD is the only real trauma. Not really buying that. Emily doesn't actually say that. So, but what she talks about is how we see things differently. She talks about the muscular system, cardiac muscles, smooth muscles, skeletal muscles. I mean, I was already learning stuff just reading this. She talks about the fascia, the tendons, the ligaments. Gives you diagrams like, oh, that's not, sorry, my lighting's bad. It was meridian points. And this is very, very spiritual. You know, she talks about the Chinese medicine and acupuncture. She talks about chakras, craniosacral therapy, muscle memory. And then she dives into, she does each chapter she does these different visualizations and things. This one's clenching and relaxing. I've actually done this. My problem with this in the book, you have to kind of read this and remember it before you start it. Because otherwise you're going to be going, okay, relax my feet. Legs relax. Now wait, what was the next thing? Okay. Now, so you have to do that. And then there's a list where you need to repeat the following after you've done it. I think it's a little unclear to me. And again, it's detailed, right? So you need to read it and get it in your head or have somebody doing it for you or with you. Either way could be a great thing. I think that if she ever did like supplemental videos or supplemental MP4s, stuff like that, that would be excellent. 2, we go to the emotional, mental, and energetic body. And she talks about the sacred trinity of the body. Body, mind, and spirit. Oh, I wanted to tell you something first. Let me go back here. Because this was really interesting to me. She's talking about life force. Qi in China. Kai, prana. All these different cultures that have life force energy. We don't in English. Isn't that interesting? We don't have any word unless you would think soul is, you know, your life force energy, but I don't know. So that was really interesting to me. I had to kind of stop on that. But chapter 2, emotional, mental, and energetic body. And again, she talks here about a person who practices Tai Chi, yoga, or acupuncture may talk about the energy body and how it connects to the physical body through the sacred life force called Qi, Ki, or prana. This word does not exist in our Western culture. The energy body is not acknowledged. Think about that, guys. If we do have, and I firmly believe we do have, an energy body, and you know, our aura is part of that, our chakras, how much as Westerners are we missing on our own health? So, and she talks about tuning into your body with intention. And I'm just going to tell you about this one because it's really cool. And it's something I already do. I have a sugar scrub from La Brujeria. It's amazing. I'll link again in the down bar. Somebody remind me what I said I'm linking to, because y'all know me. I'll go, what did I say? But anyway, she says, an activity I like to do to honor my physical body is done in the shower. Take a little jar or bowl and mix sugar or sea salt with, she says, various oils. You can add essential oils listed in the chakra section. While you are in the shower, use a washcloth to rub the salt or sugar on each and every part of your skin in a circular motion. Go slowly and work each nook and cranny of your skin. Caveat. She doesn't say this here, but I'm going to caveat. You do not want to use a sugar or salt scrub on certain nooks and crannies. But then she says, as the dead skins are lifted away and the underskin begins to glow, pair this with intention. Out with anything that no longer serves your highest joys, and shine on the parts of yourself that were already there and waiting to be seen. Talk to your body in a way that matters, especially as you go through this book and realize that each part of your body represents an emotional pattern Work with it as you address the physical. Give your body love. Absolutely no criticizing of your body. Only loving thoughts are permitted in this exercise. And it goes on from there. But it takes showering to a whole new level, right? Because you're really focusing on your skin. You're getting it all around. And you're doing self-care in a really smart way. So big points for that in this book. Talks about facing our pain and talks about time she did some soul retrieval. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And you do want somebody who knows what they're doing to work with you on soul retrieval. Okay, that's pretty important. She talks about the chakras. And she says there's 7 chakras, to which my body went, there are not. And then, of course, she later said, in truth, there are several hundred chakras. Thank you. But in the West, we do focus on the 12, or the 7. 7, sorry. 12 is a different subject. But she talks about the first chakra, root chakra. And then she tells you what it should look like. There's a drawing of it. Tells you the stones, the essential oils. And she does that for each of these, right? And that's like, boom, you're right into stuff you want to know. You don't have to wait. You know how some books do that? They're like, oh, we'll get to that in the appendix, but I want it now. And so that's why I'm wearing this, because this is a chakra. The root is red. The belly is green. The solar plexus is yellow. The heart is green and pink. The throat is blue, indigo, and then this is using a violet for the crown chakra. You can also use gold or white. But this is what Eli made. Now, what's cool is there are pockets back here. I could put stuff in the back. I could pop a crystal skull in it. And now if I'm hanging it and I have things in it to charge for each chakra, you squeamy? This thing I love. And Eli, I don't know if my little goddess is over there or over here. Quick glance, she must be over there. Eli also makes these beautiful goddesses that you can, the bottom is, she'll put stuff in it, but you can open it up and add stuff. And again, it's healing work. But I love this. And I took it down from where it was hanging in my office. So neat stuff. And if you're a crocheter, I mean, it's just really cool. So back to the book. And I'm not watching the chat, guys. I'm sorry. So if you're chatting at me, I apologize. Let me go look and see. Blarg. Sorry. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Arwen. I'm a bit of a scattered brain sometimes. Pisces with Aquarius rising. And, oh, there I am. Looking like a cray-cray woman. Oh, my God. Okay, so that's coming up. So here's the live chat, and... Okay. And Nathan, or Chaotic This and That, says, having a self-love practice is an important thing to have, but it is at times the most difficult thing to develop. I agree with you. And that's why you don't need salt and sugar scrub. Right? Take a washcloth, use the soap, talk to your body, and make shower time sacred self-care. You know, even if your partner's in there pooping in the toilet. Make it about you. You know, you don't have to light a candle, light incense, turn out the lights. Is the moon in Venus? I hope you caught that, because that's not possible. You know, things like that. That's extraneous. Compare that to going to church and going to high church, like high Catholic or high Episcopal, where they've got robes and lights and hymns, and into your car and sit and pray. You can have the same communion with God or gods, whoever you worship, in your car that you can have in a church. Same thing with the self-care thing. You don't need to go to all the extremes. Yeah, it's nice. And I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. There are times when I have done the whole bathing ritual and used floating herbs and Epsom salt and really zenned out. And then when I came back, I thought, oh, I've got all these little bits of herbs on me. I got to pick them off. I got to re-shower. I now have to clean the tub because it's so slick and oily. If the cat jumps in there, it's going to go ying, ying, ying and never come out. I may have thought about trying that one. I didn't. But don't make self-care hard work. It doesn't have to be. Okay? It's important. Because we put it off because we're like, oh, I don't have time to get that. I don't know where I put that candle. Where's my candle holder? Do I have matches? Oh, I need to go to the store to get matches. Well, while I'm at the store, I might as well get some stuff for dinner. And yeah, I need to cook dinner, so I should probably skip the bath. And you've talked yourself out of it. Just see me fake my camera out. Let's see. Okay. So let's go back to the book. Emotional release and energy work. Now, I'm going to say another caveat here. Sometimes these self-help books, which I love, go a little overboard and they forget to say, make sure you got backup. Because if you have had intense trauma, and I'm talking rape, physical abuse, things like that, okay? And you need to be careful because, like soul retrieval, and Emily talks about this in the book. In soul retrieval, she had a piece of her soul retrieved that was incredibly painful. It was about the loss of a loved one. So, make sure you've got backup. Make sure you've told your partner, hey, I'm going to be doing this work. I don't know what it's going to do, but, I may be a little needy. Because there is nothing like doing some of this work and coming out of it to, your roommate who's had a crappy day. And you come out going, I had such a good experience. And they're like, stop. I just spent all day talking to customer support people and I do not want to hear it. Ouch, you're really fragile. Now, that's never happened, but I've heard of people going through that. So be cautious with it, right? Give yourself parameters of safety. And that's chapter 3. And she talks about energy work, creating sacred space, items to help you create your own sacred space. And that's a biggie for me, right? I love creating sacred space. And right now, I don't have it back here because it's, as somebody said, it triggered their Virgo. But way up here, next to my Seek Joy Motherfucker cup from Ember Honey Raven, is a conch shell. I have another one in the shower. But these are very important to me when I'm doing self-care because they have a message and a meaning for me. So, this book, and we talk about how she starts her energy work, breathing. Breathing is good, people. You should do it. One thing she talked about was meditation. And I really liked what she talked about. Because a lot of us think that meditation goes like this. You ready? Om, om, om. Oh my God, I'm not getting anything. Om. Oh shit, there goes my monkey mind. Om. Why am I not reaching enlightenment? Om. Sometimes, and she says, think of it as just mind clearing rather than meditation. Great rephrasing, right? Great rephrasing. Because, sorry. People are laughing at me. Of course you're laughing at me. I'm a goof. But she talks about getting settled, getting quiet, And then just being an observer. And this is it's not as easy as it sounds. Here's why. When I'm sitting and trying to do this, I'm like, did I let the dogs out? I think I did. Do they have water? Maybe. And what I need to do is, did I let the dogs out? That's an interesting thought. Do they have water? That's an interesting thought. And practice emotional detachment. Now, if it's something important like, do they have water? Generally, I'm going to get up and go check. I happen to know they have water. I just checked. So that's on my mind. And you can go, oh, I hear doves. I hate doves. Doves are really mean birds. They beat up on sparrows. Or, there's a dove. That's nice. Have you ever had a friend or a coworker who talks to you about inane stuff that you just don't really want to have time for, and you go into that place in your mind where, and in the back of your mind you're going, eggs, milk, might want to pick up some more chili powder. Oh, taco shells would be good. It's sort of the same thing. Detach yourself from your own monkey brain and just it. And you're going to find as you do this and you practice, you do it like 5-10 minutes a day. Don't try to go into 3-hour meditations, people. 3-hour meditations in my house sound like this. But do them little bitty and train your brain. You're rewiring your brain, okay? And so that's what she's talking about. I know, I keep digressing. I like this book, can you tell? She talks about drumming and techniques for emotional release on yourself, touch with intention, drumming, writing, and rituals to center. And she's really, really good about her affirmations. I like them. They're pretty short. Peace and healing to all involved. I ask the white light to surround me now. Okay? Then part 2. Emotional component for each muscle group. Can you see it? I hope you can see it because I can't see it. The lag is bad. Emily Thorne Rose. It is very hard to get into that mind space. And that's why, and y'all have heard me recommend this a lot, I highly recommend the app Calm. CALM, like calm your shit down. I just channeled Ember. But Calm is an app on your phone. It may also be available on the computer. I'm not sure. But it's short. It's like 10-minute stuff. And they walk you through it. Right? And it, kid you not, right as my brain's going, is this done yet? What are we doing? What time is it? The narrator will say, okay, if your mind has wandered, gently bring yourself back to watching your breath. And that's been the best thing for me, is the whole watching my breath technique. It really gets me into a quieter space in my head. So I used to think I couldn't meditate. I used to think I only did meditation when I do walking meditation, and I've always done that because I'm a kinetic person in that my mind gets quiet. But the Calm app truly, truly works. And you got to check out the sleep stories. Eric Bra, #Viking of Voice, is the bomb diggity, people. There's a bunch of other narrators that I love, but I really adore Eric. So, emotional component for each muscle group. The back. And I'll just read some of this. Your storehouse for betrayal, protection, and support. And we actually do the muscles. I mean, we're looking at the muscle stuff here. So, zoning out is a form of meditation. Yeah, it can be, because you just want to get quiet. And intentional zoning out is the training your brain. Just letting it zone out is your brain training you. There's affirmations for the back. We tend to forgive to the best of our abilities, but in most cases, we never forget. True story. Connecting with your inner child, self-release experience. Again, affirmations. Then the paraspinals. So there's a lot of like medical terms in here. I'm going through this going, wow. Cat cow, one of my favorite yoga poses. I actually do cat cow when I'm driving to help my back release. And you can do it sitting up. I do chair yoga sometimes. Oh, what are we doing? We've got, I mean, and there's huge. The glutes, your storehouse for aggravation and suppression. You are a pain in my butt. Whoa, it's true. You really are. Again, we get the glutamus. I was reading piriformis and glutes at the same time. Talks about a foam roller self-release exercise. There's stones and oils for each section. Legs, storehouse moving forward or staying stuck. And I'm serious when I say she goes through everything. Abdominals, arms and shoulders, the chest, head, face, and jaws. And I love that she wraps it up. Chapter 12, putting it all together to unlock your healing potential. Sorry, I keep trying to read the chat. There's a healing exercise to lighten the load. She talks about forgiveness and being, here's the scary thing to me, being present with your emotions. What? No. No. Mm-mm. You want to be present with your own emotions, girl. As we all know, it's a better way to live. Get visualization. And talks about the good stuff. She doesn't focus on all the negative. There's an Appendix A, additional tools to try. Cleanse, release, ground, and empower. There's a detox bath, a goddess bath, and she gives you the recipes, right? Oh my gosh, they do the nostril breathing thing. I love that one. So, that's something I learned in my yoga class. Again, stones, additional modalities to try, Appendix B, various offerings on avenues to healing. And we've got tables, we've got talk on the yin and the yang. I know it's hard for me to read when I'm doing this. She does a meta meditation. And here's the deal. It's interesting. She talks about forgiveness. And she says, just for today, am I willing to forgive blank? And be honest, yes or no. You know, and then she walks you through thinking about some more stuff. She talks about toe reading, feet and hands. And Appendix C, collective responses from a survey of other health and bodywork professionals. Like, dude, how much information is that? There's a bibliography, there's an index. It's a great book. It's a great book. I'm going to give y'all a link so you can go check it out. Now, about the links I put that have AFF after them, that's an affiliate link. If you click on that link and buy within an hour or two of clicking on that link, anything, I get a little kickback from it. I get like, for a 99-cent book, I think I get 10 cents, 3 cents, I don't know, something. But it helps me. So if you want to do that, fine. If you don't, the name of the book and the author is in the title. Just go to Amazon and search it. Okay. I like to be really upfront about that. What else? I just got the Sigil Witchcraft book. So it came today. It'll take me a little while. I want to play with it and read it and work on it. For my patrons, I've got a candle video that I'm working on. It's gonna take me a little bit because I have to set it up, take it down, set it up. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Oh wait, aggression and suppression. I remember that. So I'm gonna look and see if anybody has questions. Emily Thorne, that is fine, baby. You go and get it. I just like people to know that AFF is my affiliate link. So, you know, no harm, no foul, sweetie. See, getting into that headspace. I'm trying to see what you said because it got retracted, but I can read it. Okay. It is an amazing book. And my initial response to it was a little, but once I got past myself and opened up to the idea of different and new and more, I really liked it. And I hope you guys will give it a try. So I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to update the links. And Sunday, I will be doing Maine Terrascopes live, so keep your eye out for that. Hopefully, I'll be doing it before or around 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It sometimes varies depending on what my family's doing. So, but click the little bell if you subscribe and you'll get notified. And then patrons, we will be doing our live individual Terrascopes after that. So, thank you guys. Remember, you are a good person and you are absolutely enough. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're not, okay? And seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.